Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Deniches and welcome back to 10365. And today is the final part of the Chinese culture mini series, and this is part 7 out of 7 part. Previously, we have talked a lot about pretty much Chinese culture, which I will summarize in the end. But yeah, today we'll talk about Chinese zodiac, like I said in previously, there will be like a tale, I think, that pretty much a story about the original story about this Chinese zodiac and why it exists, right? Like why it existed and why there is these animals that are included in there. So yeah, there's that. Also, previously I said about months, the 12 months representing months. That's not true actually. The animals here represent a year. So yeah, before that, I only have limited amount of time. So let's see if we can finish the entire thing until 5:45 or 5:40 even. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, top right corner is the clock. But yeah, um, the Chinese zodiac is a traditional classification scheme based on the lunar calendar that assigns an animal and its reputed attributes to each year in a repeating 12-year cycle. Originating from China, the zodiac and its variations remain popular in many East Asian and Southeast Asian countries, such as Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Cambodia, Singapore, Nepal, Bhutan, and Thailand. Okay, in my country as well. Also, like in Singapore as well, I believe, in Malaysia, and in, well, maybe not Malaysia actually. I'm not sure about that, but in Indonesia as well. Um, this is the picture. As you can see, there is these animals that are incorporated with the what is it like with the animals within the year, the cycle. Okay, I'm just gonna skip all these because that's just the naming. Identifying this game using the generic term zodiac reflects several superficial similarities to the Western zodiac. Both have time cycles divided into 12 parts. Each labels at least the majority of those parts with names of animals, and it is widely associated with a culture of ascribing a person's personality or events in their life to the supposed influence of the person's particular relationship to the cycle. Nevertheless, there are major differences between the two. The animals of the Chinese zodiac are not associated with constellation spanned by the ecliptic plane. The Chinese 12-part cycle corresponds to year rather than months. Yeah, like I said, the Chinese zodiac is represented by 12 animals, whereas some of the signs in the Western zodiac are not animals, despite the implication of the etymology of the English word zodiac, which derives from zodiacus, meaning cycle of animals. Yeah, like zoo, right? Zoo is animal, so yeah, like a diag maybe. Dias like dias means like yearly, right? So maybe it's like yeah, the cycle of animals. Um, Signs. Okay, here we go. There's the sign. Yeah, there's the rat, the first one, which is rat, and then ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. There is no cat, and you probably wonder why there's no cat, which will actually tell the story about that after this. And then fixed element, the first one is water, and then earth, wood, earth, fire, earth, metal, earth, water. Interesting. So there are four or five. I'm not sure actually. I think there is five element, if I remember correctly. There is water, earth, wood, fire, and metal. Yeah, yeah. So there is five here: water, earth, wood. That's three, and then fire. That's four, and then metal over here. That is five. Okay. So there is five. Um, like what is it like the categories or elements, and then there's also yang and yin as well. The yin is, I think, the one that gives, or yeah, the one that gives, and then yang is the one that receives. So I think it's that exerts and receive the exerts. I think I kind of forgot. In Chinese astrology, the animal signs assigned by year represent how others perceive one or how one represents oneself. It is a common misconception that the animals assigned by year are the only signs, and many Western descriptions of Chinese astrology draw solely on this system. In fact, there are also animal signs assigned by month, called inner animals, by day called true animals, and hours called secret animals. The earth is all 12 signs with 5 seasons, which is the 5 elementals. Okay, decans, I don't know what decans is. Oh, it's just like the tense, or like a what is it called again? Like deca, right? Means tense, or like a, yeah, like a, yeah. It's Asian zodiac. Okay, there's rat, and then first animal is cat, second animal is rat, third animal is bat. Okay, and there's ox, and then cattle, crab, turtle, and then tiger. So this is just the first, secondary, and tertiary, pretty much. Okay. Chinese calendar. Okay, there's years within the four pillars. The year is the pillar representing information about the person's family background and society, or relationship with their grandparents. The person's age can also be easily deduced from the sign of the person, the current sign of the year, and the person's perceived age, teens, mid 20s, 40s, and so on. For example, a person who is a tiger is either 12, 24, 36, or 48 years old in 2010, the year of the tiger. In 2011, the year of the rabbit, that person is 1 year older. So yeah, like, um, yeah, they also make sense as well. Like, it makes it easier. Like, for instance, in 2020, it's, like, my birthday, or my current age when the new year, it's 24, and then, late 2020 I become 25, and so on and so on. So yeah, like, usually the year, meaning that it will be your 12, or in the multiply of 12, pretty much, meaning that, the next red year will be my third 12, which will be my year 36, which is kinda, like a kinda scary if you think about it. Well, not really scary, but it means like I'm literally in my half life, because again, like, 12, 24, 36, 48, and then 60, right? All those, there's five parts, right? And usually people, the lifespan of human, starting from 60. So beyond that, it's like, like extra time, pretty much. Well, at least in my country. Maybe in the Western, your lifespan can extend to, like, let's say 80 or 90 years old. But yeah. Um, Okay, so this is the cycle, pretty much. The okay, rat, okay, rat, wood rat, I mean, and then wood ox, fire tiger, fire rabbit, earth dragon, earth snake, metal horse, metal goat, water monkey, water rooster, wood dog, wood pig, fire rat, fire ox, and etc. etc. Until I believe there is 60, right? So, like, for instance, I am a rat, so, like, I have the, like, starting from the first one, what is it? I think it's wood, I think, or earth, I forgot. Yeah, wood rat, and then I will be like, maybe this one, fire rat, and then maybe become water rat, metal rat, earth rat, and stuff like that. So yeah, there will be like 60, I believe. Yeah, because 12 animals multiplied by 5 elements, so there are 60 combinations. Um, and yeah, months and solar terms. Okay, there's that. Okay, let's actually skip all this and let's go to the tail, actually. Where is it? Animal, four pillars of destiny, not this one. Compatibility, not that one as well. I think this one, animal trines. First, okay, there's rat, dragon, and monkey. Second, there's ox, snake, and rooster. Third, there's tiger, horse, and dog. And fourth, there's rabbit, goat, and pig. And then origin stories. Okay, here we go. So the story about the animals, there is a sequence, right? At the top over here, there's the sequence in which the first one is the rat, and then followed by ox. Yeah, this one. This is actually the sequence, and what makes these animals the sequence the way that it is? There's actually a tale or a story about that. The first one that I know, the story about these animals is the race. Apparently, there's a race. So there's these animals. They are trying to cross a water like a river, I think, from one land to another land. And the first animal will be the first sequence, and then the last animal will be the last. And yeah, well, actually, let's actually read the story. I believe there is one over here. Okay. Animal. Okay, so this is animal according to time. Okay, this one, the Great Race. This is interesting. The origin and history of the folk tale. This image depicts a scene from the Great Race folk story in which the ox carries the rat across the river. Okay, the first. Um, an ancient folk story called the Great Race tells that the Jade Emperor decreed that the years of the calendar would be named for each animal in the order that they reached him. To get there, the animals would have to cross a river. So here we go. The cat and the rat were not good at swimming, but they were both quite intelligent. They decided that the best and fastest way to cross the river was to hop on the back of the ox. The ox, being kind-hearted and naive, agreed to carry them both across. Yeah, because the ox is just trying to help, right? Like it's a big animal, and then there's these smaller animals that need his help. So yeah, agreed to carry them both across. As the ox was about to reach the other side, the rat pushed the cat into the water and then jumped off the ox and rushed to the Jade Emperor. It was named as the first animal of the zodiac calendar. The ox had to settle in second place. Yeah, this is the sequence pretty much. And where's the cat? Well, apparently the cat jumps into the water, and I believe, according to the story, the cat actually drowned. Yes, it's kind of sad as well, meaning that the mouse or the rat is kind of evil, right? Doing this kind of stuff. I don't know why the rat decided to push off the cat. Like, can they just go there, reach there? Like, I mean, the rat as well, being small, maybe it cannot jump off faster than the cat probably. That's why the rat pushed the cat, and apparently the cat drowned and dies and never actually reached the Jade Emperor. That's why cat is not the part of the what is it, the part of this sequence of the animals pretty much. So we have the first and the second being the rat and the ox. And then the third one to come was the tiger. Even though it was strong and powerful, it explained to the Jade Emperor that the currents were pushing him downstreams. But yeah, because it's strong and powerful, it moves its, limbs like paws, and finally succeed to cross the river. Suddenly, from a distance came a thumping sound, and the rabbit arrived. It explained how it crossed the river by jumping from one stone to another in a nimble fashion. Okay, that's quite smart. Halfway through, it almost lost the race, but it was lucky enough to grab hold of a floating log that later was him to the shore. For that, it became the fourth animal in the zodiac cycle. Again, the rabbit, right? I think. No. Oh yeah, yeah. The tiger's the third, and then rabbit comes fourth. In fifth place was the flying dragon. The Jade Emperor was wondering. I also wonder because dragon can fly, right? Why, why didn't it go to the first place? So yeah, why such a swift airborne creature such as the dragon did not come in first? The dragon explained that it had to stop by a village and brought rain for all the people, and therefore it was held back. Then on its way to the finish, it saw the helpless rabbit clinging onto a log, so it did a good deed and gave a puff of breath to the poor creature so that it could land on the shore. The Jade Emperor was astonished by the dragon's good nature, and it was named as the fifth animal. Yeah, like the dragon, like the majestic creature, help the people in the village by bringing water and then pour the rain for their maybe for their cropland, and then yes, helping the rabbit as well so that the rabbit does not get pushed by the river stream, if you think about it, because it's just relying on the log, and as we all know, the log will never reach the other side because it will get pushed down by the river stream. So yeah, that's actually good deed by the dragon. As soon as its head had done so, a galloping sound was heard, and the horse appeared. Hidden on the horse's hoof was the snake, whose sudden appearance gave it a fright. thus making it fall back and giving the snake the sixth spot, while the horse placed seven. Oh, interesting. So, there is a snake in your boots. Well, I guess that's one way to put it out in the Toy Story. Um, After a while, the goat, monkey, and rooster came to the heavenly gate. With combined efforts, they managed to arrive to the other side. The rooster found a raft, and the monkey and the goat tugged and pulled, trying to get all weeds out the way. Ah, that's uh, teamwork. Make the dream work. Interesting. The Jade Emperor was pleased with their teamwork and decided to name the goat as the eighth animal, followed by the monkey and then rooster. Okay, I don't know why the sequence is that way. It's not mentioned, but I guess that's just the up to the Jade Emperor. The 11th animal placed in the zodiac cycle was the dog. Although it should have been the best swimmer and runner, it spent its time to play in the water. Yeah, because a playful animal, the dog, right? Though his explanation for being late was because it needed a good bath after a long spell. For that, it almost did not make it to the finish line. Okay, 11. And then in the final place, there is right when the emperor was going to end the race, an oing sound was heard. It was the pig. The pig felt hungry in the middle of the race, so it stopped, ate something, and then fell asleep. After it awoke, it finished the race in 12th place and became the last animal to arrive. And yeah, the cat eventually drowned and failed to be in the zodiac. It is said that this is the reason cats always hunt rats and also hate water as well. Yeah, because they cannot swim. I don't think so. Yeah, it drowned, right? It's not really mentioned if the cat actually dies or not. Maybe all of these animals are spirit creatures, so they can really die because they are spirits. So, but yeah, who knows? But yeah, those are all the animals. That's the tale of the great race of the sequence of the animals, and that's why there's those 12 animals. Um, it's kind of like interesting though. There's this rat, uh, like use their intelligence. However, the rat is kind of mischievous. Uh, Creature as well, tricking the cat, pushing the cat, being obnoxious, and then the ox being the naive, but still got the second place. And then the third, we have the tiger, what is it like being powerful? Like it actually crossed the water by its power. And then we have the rabbit, which we should not what is it like neglect or ignore such a small creature, but still managed to cross the river. Although it was helped by the dragon. The dragon pushed the log with the breath so that the rabbit can swim across. And in this case, the dragon also, being such a powerful creature, it still tries to help people as well. Should still try to help smaller creature like, let's say, human and rabbit. So it's being selfless here. So yeah, and then we have the six and the seven being the horse. The horse, again using the power, but it doesn't realize that there's actually snake in the hoof, and it got surprised. And the snake, being sneaky as well, sneaky snake, got thrown away by the horse being surprised, and yeah, got into the seventh and eighth. And then after that, we have this goat, monkey, and rooster, which reflects teamwork, makes the dream work. And that's true over here. They, found a raft, and then they just what is it like row the boat, row the raft, and then the monkey and the goat, like removing the stuff that are in the way. And then yeah, there's that. And then we have the dog as well. This one is the six and the seven, I think. Yeah, and then there's this 7, 8, 9. 8, 9, 10, and then 11. We have the dog. Like a playful and forgot about the race and almost forgot that the race. And then we have the final one, which is the pig, and being the lazy. Middle of the race, stop, ate something, and then fall asleep. And apparently fell asleep in the middle of river as well. And then yeah, after a week, it finished the race, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Unfortunately for the cat, that it didn't actually make it to the finish line, but yeah, there is that. Um, Okay, so yeah, there's also another version as well. Obviously, there's also another story, I think, in which there is this evil spirit or demon, that got unleashed into the world, and then there's this boy that was destined to fight off the evil spirit. But to do so, this boy needs to learn from the 12 masters or the 12 animals, into combat, into being intelligent, know kung fu and stuff like that. So yeah, and apparently by the story as well, that the order or the sequence of the 12 animals are pretty much the same. The first one, the boy meets a rat that can actually talk to him, and the rat tells the boy how to beat the evil spirit, and then they need to find the other animal or master, and then the second one they have ox, and then with the tiger, I think the tiger teach or taught the boy kung fu, I think. And then yeah, there's also these other animals as well, like for instance, the horse, the snake. The snake being what is it like? What is it like? What is it called again? Like very agile, and because it's snake, it teaches the boy agility as well. And yeah, eventually the boy finish with the masters, and yeah, can beat the crap out of the evil spirit. However, in doing so, apparently it's not enough to trap the evil spirit. The boy actually needs the help of the animals, the masters, and they also like realize as well that the power of the 12 animals is the one and only that are capable to trap or entrap the evil spirit. So at the end of the story, though, the 12 animals circling around the demon, and then they yeah, put some kind of like aura or like what is it, like a thing that will pretty much capture the evil in the other realm. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's kind of sad as well that the boy actually had to leave or had to say goodbye to the masters, because yeah, they all needed to go, right? Because yeah, they sacrifice themselves to keep or trap the evil spirit so that it's not unleashed into the world. So yeah, that's like one of the other story as well. I think there's an animated stories about that, which I know when I was like in junior high school, I think. So yeah, there's that. It's actually quite interesting story as well, by the way. I still remember. So yeah, I don't know if that's actually the true story as well, or like the canon story. I'm not sure, but it's a story nonetheless, and it's actually a great story. I forgot what it's called, but I feel like if you Google like animated, like 12 animals, zodiac animals, and a boy fighting evil spirits or demon, I feel like you will find those in the Google search like quite easily, I think. Don't quote me on that because I've never tried that, but I feel like nowadays you can pretty much find anything on the internet. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, that will be it for this one. That is the tale or the origin story of the zodiac sign or the animals. The tale of the animal zodiac sign, or the tale of the 12 animals, pretty much. I think that will be the title of this video, but yeah. And with that, that is the final part and the last episode of the Chinese culture mini series. This is part 7 out of 7, and yeah, just to summarize, the first one we talk about, I actually already forgot, and it's already been 5:46. What was the first one again? I think noodle, right? I think we talk about noodle, and then we talk about firecracker, and then we talk about red envelope, and then we talk about the Chinese Lunar New Year in the fourth one, and then in the fifth one we talk about dragon dance, and then the previous one we talk about feng shui, and then in this part we talk about the tale of the 12 animals, and yeah. that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoy it. This has been 1 Year 365 in the mini series. Tomorrow we'll continue the mythical creature for sure, and after that finish, we will go into another mini series as well. I think for the next one will be interesting as well because I think there's supposed to be like a movie that will come out in February, and I just kind of want to, like discuss about those kind of stuff as well. But yeah, what that will be, well, stay tuned for that. But that'll be for in the future. But for now, I think that'll be it. Stay safe, healthy. I will see you again tomorrow with another discussion. But until then, see ya.